And the accused killer of 4 Idaho college students, Bryan Kohberger, expected back in court next month as the defense is now pushing to change the trial's location over concerns the jury pool may be biased. The judge in the case will allow the defense to conduct phone surveys of potential jurors in Idaho after the prosecution objected, arguing some information violated a gag order. The survey asked locals if they're aware about key facts of this case. We talk now with criminal trial attorney and NewsNation legal analyst Sara Azari. Sara, I find this really fascinating. Thank you so much for being here. The defense essentially arguing that the potential jury pool in this area is biased. I'm curious, how much sway do you think a phone survey would have for the judge in this case?
Well, Kelly, I think the jury pool in America is biased when it comes to the Kohberger case. But we've seen this argued in almost every high-profile case you cover, and it typically falls flat. Change of venue is not readily granted just because a potential jury pool has knowledge about the case. Now, I think what the survey does, especially in a smaller community like here in Moscow, Idaho, is that it enables the defendant, like Kohberger, to actually come before the court with actual hard evidence that the potential jury pool is tainted, that they can't be fair. So it's one thing to stand up and argue that, oh, the media coverage has been this and that, and we can't get a fair jury. It's another thing to actually come in with the results of a survey, especially if it's conducted properly with the right, with the diverse demographic, et cetera, in the area. So I think it is really effective in this smaller community setting. One thing I do want to say for the viewers is that there are two ways this can go. The judge can deny it. He's allowed the surveys to continue, but the judge can deny the change of venue ultimately based on the results, in which case Kohberger has to rely on the jury selection process and maybe more stringent questionnaires. Or he can grant it, in which case he gets to move the venue to a different jurisdiction.
How likely do you think that outcome is, Sara?
I mean, it's really hard to tell. The typical outcome is no, you just do a more extensive jury selection. But this judge has been very, very fair, in my opinion, in all of his rulings. He has not been afraid to break away from the norm. He's really tried to be fair to both sides. And so I can see a scenario in which Ann Taylor, the public defender, comes back with hard evidence of bias, and judge says, okay, well, I have something here to work with, and I'm going to sway from the norm, and I'm going to change, allow the defendant to get a fair trial at a different venue.
All right, really interesting. Another fascinating aspect of all of this, the defense revealing it will argue Kohberger was out for a drive when these murders happened. So some of the victims' loved ones saying they were surprised with how weak that is. How do you see that alibi landing more widely, Sara?
So this is the reaction, Kelly, is so fascinating to me because this is not a new alibi. It's not the latest alibi. It's the only alibi. What happened earlier back in the fall of 2023 was Kohberger had to meet a statutory deadline by which he had to essentially notify the court and the prosecution that he has an alibi. And he did that. However, in there, he said he was driving, he typically drives late at night. He was driving alone, and that the proof of that alibi, which you always need, will come in the process of trial and discovery. So here we are with that proof. Essentially what he's saying is, this is not a typical alibi where I was asleep and at my friend's house, my friend's gonna, testify about it. Or I was at a restaurant, there's gonna be surveillance about it. No, this is a situation where now we're in the era of digital footprints, cell phone data, cell tower data, that is what I'm relying on. And so we always knew that the cell data is gonna get contested by Kohberger. What we didn't know is that he's going to have his own expert to be able to say that his phone was pinging to towers that were not covering the Kings Road area, that were in a different area. So again, there's more specificity. He's indicating that he's going to have an expert to prove his alibi, but it's really the same alibi. Now, one thing I want to say, moon gazing and stargazing, I think that's too much information. And that's on this sort of topic of mockery for the anti-Kohbergers. I don't know that that would have been necessary. I think it was enough to say he has a pattern of driving around late at night.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.